Today I'm going to do an unboxing of a delivery that I just got, and surprise, it is Foundations of Rome. I got the Senator Edition plus the solo expansion, so let's get into it and open it up. So here we go. I think I have this all cut open. Inside we have bubble wrap. And there it is. This is a very tiny box. This is the Gardens of Ceres edition. We got the little notice from them. If there's something wrong, let them know. Send us an email. And there it is. Gardens of Ceres solo mode. So there's nothing else in there. There's just more bubble wrap in there. So let's open this bad boy up. Trying to do this one-handed because I don't have my tripod. I broke my tripod when we went camping. I was out there taking Milky Way pictures and it was windy and it knocked it over. So, Gardens of Ceres. Let's open the box and see. We have the draw bag for the tokens. We have the deck of cards for the Atoma. Well, these are pretty. Tokens for the Atoma player. More tokens for the Atoma player. And a rule book. It's pretty. It seems to be on good paper. And that is all that's in the box. So Ceres is going to play against us in the solo mode. That's it. That's all that's in this little box. Time to move on to the big one. Okay, so I've got this first flap open here because it has my address written on it. So let's see how well it's packaged. It seemed to be packaged pretty well here. We've got some foam on top, and it's got the little corners to it. And here is the game. It is giant. I don't know that it's going to fit in the whole screen. So I'm going to take it out of here and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so I've got it pulled out of the box that it came in for shipping. Here's the front of the box looks like. And it's the same all the way around. What I like though is you have this little notch here that makes it super easy to lift the lid. All the way around, the sides, the top, and the back, you have Kickstarter names for people who backed it on Kickstarter. I did not. I was unaware that Kickstarter was a thing when this first got kickstarted, so I actually ordered it directly from the Arcane Wonders website. And I decided not to go with the expensive pack because I really could not justify it. There were not going to be enough times that I was going to be with enough people that like to game that I was going to be willing or able to use all of the expansions, and there was not really a need for that 5th player either. So I went with just the basic Senator's edition. So the other nice thing about this is when you get to this side, you have one side here that doesn't have any names on it. This side does not have any names on it. This one is half and then has a thank you message up here. But the reason this side doesn't have any names is because that is actually the bottom of the box. So you have the foam core here, which is a space filler. They left room in the box to have the 5th player expansion and the Monuments expansion fit inside here. So if you're not going to use it, you have this foam piece in here to fill the space. So that's really nice. So when you store this, it's not going to bounce around. The tray lids aren't going to come off, and you're not going to have pieces going everywhere. That's a really nice thing. So let's take a look at what's inside. I'm going to pull this out. So this styrofoam comes out, and now I can get my first tray. All of the player trays should be the same. They have all of your buildings in here. They're a really good size. Just size comparison here for buildings. Here's a, let's get a water bottle cap out and take a look at some of these. If I can get the cover off. There we go. So there are little notches in the plastic here to help keep the cover on the right way as well. So here's one of the single buildings versus a single serve water bottle, just a 20-ounce water bottle. So you can see kind of a size comparison, but look at the detail on these. The detail is just amazing. I don't know if it's coming through. Oh, there we go. The detail is just amazing. Let's look at one of these larger buildings here. And you can see kind of where the light catches it in there, all the detail that's inside there. If I decide to wash these, they're going to look even more amazing. They have a really good feel to them, a really good weight to them. It's a dual layer board here, so you have the cutouts, so you can see where to put the buildings back. And it has your information that you need to know, how much money you get or what kind of benefits you get for each building. So that's really nice. And let's take a look up here. I'm going to remove this little piece of plastic. And you have all of your tokens here for claiming your spaces. And then there's room on the board. Let's see if I can show you this. Here's where the tokens are all at for your claiming spaces on the game board. And then you have these spots here that don't have anything in them, and those are for the Monuments expansion. So again, I'm not going to have those pieces because I did not get Monuments. I will probably wish later on that I had, but I just could not justify the extra expense. It was almost twice as much. I just couldn't justify the cost of it. There were too many other games I wanted to get. So I'm going to pull out this map section here, and I'm going to put this back. I think it goes back in this way. So with the base set, you get a green, a red, a blue, and a purple. I think your 5th player is a yellow. So here's your game board package, again, in plastic. So far, these all look really good. I do want to go ahead and check these other pieces really quickly, make sure everything's in here. It does not look like I'm missing anything so far. good. I'm just looking to make sure all of the really small buildings are in there and all of the tokens are in here. My dog is very upset over there by the door. There is apparently somebody outside on the sidewalk. And of course it is Alfredo Street and no one else is allowed on it. So he likes to let me know when there are people out there that should not be, even though the sidewalk is on the opposite side of the street. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this little piece of plastic back in here. I don't think that these tokens will move around, but just in case, I don't want to have to worry about it. All right, done and done. So let's get into this and take a look at our player boards. A couple people had mentioned that their plastic cover for their player board section here had been cracked when they got it. Yeah, mine was not, and it was in a really good shape. It was packaged really well. So we have the era board. This is where the cards are going to go for the eras. You have a points tracker here, and this is also dual layered, so your tokens can fit in there. They slot in really nicely. And then you have the game board with your grid on it for where you're gonna claim your land here. And this, I believe, is double-sided. So I've got my rules book here. This is the first thing that's been messed up in the package. The corner of the rules book is bent up. Not a huge deal. It'll be okay. I can live with that. Again, the paper's really good. Looks very nice in here. We have coins to punch out. The first player token was actually punched out sometime during shipping, which is fine. We have the cards. Here's our score tracker tokens in the 4 different colors. And then we have these little plastic bits. These are going to have to get inserted into the game pieces before we start. I wish that would have already been done, but it wasn't. So it'll be okay. We'll make it work. We'll get it done. I'm going to get all of this put together, and then when I get it to the table, I will find some type of stand for the camera before I get it to the table, so you can hopefully watch it played. Overall, I'm super happy with the packaging. It was very fast shipping. The website told me that it was going to be shipped out after the 20th, and it arrived a couple of days ago on the 14th, 15th. It arrived on the 15th. So it actually arrived 5 days before it was supposed to be shipped. So excellent shipping times, good fulfillment, good quality of components, and good packaging of it. I'm happy with this purchase.